My name is Natasha Nurse. I am the proud owner and co-founder of Dressing Mermaid, a coaching and consulting platform. And I'm super excited to be doing the next Style for It influencer styling live stream. Today we have a very important topic to talk about, and I hope you all are ready. So before we get started, feel free to get comfortable wherever you may be in the world. Share this out with your friends and family. I think it's going to be a really fun conversation, and when I mean conversation, I really mean conversation. As I'm talking, if you feel like I've said something and that you want to ask a question, you want to give a comment, you're confused about anything, feel free to totally chime in. I love to chat. If you know anything about me, and if you don't, I'm telling you right now, I am quite the conversationalist. So feel free to chat away with me as we embark on this wonderful conversation. And just to get everyone up to speed, if you're not already familiar with the Style for It platform, it's super cool, ladies and gentlemen. It is a plus size, first and only consignment platform for sizes 12 to 32. Plus size women can go and declutter their closet, sell all the items that's just taking up unnecessary space in their life, make money with money that they already had in their closet. And what can they then do? Go on and shop and get really cool new items so that they can upgrade their style. And also, it's just a really great community place because, you know, they are a organization that has people like me as one of their brand ambassadors to come out here and provide content around style and how it really fits into our life. So we're talking fashion empowerment, and not so many other platforms always hone in on this. So it's an honor to be a part of the organization's brand ambassador community, and it's an honor to be here with you guys today. So I hope you're excited. And like I said, go ahead. I'm going to be sharing this right now. So share. And let's get started. So I told you about myself again, Natasha Nurse, Dressing Mermaid. Told you about Style for It. So now what are we talking about? How to dress for the life you want. And I think that this is an important topic, whether you are interested in being a yoga teacher, a professor, a corporate executive, a lawyer, an influencer, ... Anything that you want to do in life, your fashion is going to be playing a role with this. So what does that mean? So I have a really fun quote. I always love when I'm doing content and I'm doing a lot of these live streams, which I do a lot of. I like to include quotes because I think it really gives us a moment to think about wisdom and thoughts from other people that we love and admire. And if we don't even know them, learn from other people in this world. And so I have a quote from Oscar Wilde, which says, "To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist. That is all." So what does he mean by that? I think that there's a difference between existing and living. Existing is what? Just unconscious day-to-day activity. Go to job, do the family thing, maybe have a couple of hobbies, but not necessarily truly enthusiastic about the life you're living or what you're doing. And that is a tragedy, right? But to live is to embark upon decisions that are very, very conscious and very, very purposeful and strategic, I would add, to the point where you're thinking about what you're doing on a daily basis, what you're wearing, why you're doing what you're doing, and the life that you're living. And then when you think about how fashion plays a role in that, when we wake up and when we're deciding what we're doing, what are we going to be wearing? What are the impressions that we're going to be making with this life that we're living for ourselves and that we are creating, right? So that's why it's important to talk about how to dress for the life that you want, because it's a conscientious way of thinking as well as building out what you want this thing we call life to be. So when it comes to dressing for the life that you want, I think it really comes down to 6 different categories. And that's kind of what I'm going to be focusing on today. But again, this is a conversation, guys. Feel free to add in and tell me, do you disagree? Do you agree? Are there other considerations that you think you'd like to lay out there, right? Feel free, and please share. All right. So first, it comes down to intention. Second, I think budget is really important. Third, industry. Fourth, preferences. And what I mean by that, I'm talking style, shopping, body type. A lot of preferences go there. Next, impression. Kind of impression are you making? Next, brands. All right, so let's start with intention. So what do you want out of life, right? That's kind of the billion-dollar question that I think so many of us are constantly seeking out. And I say this to say, whatever you want out of life, and again, that's going to come from inside, guys. That's not a out external definition or concept that's going to be given to you. You have to decide what you want out of life, right? So we're getting deep today. We're like getting a little coaching in there. But I think it all kind of folds into the conversation. So what do we want out of life? Maybe that's a decision you can come to today on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Maybe that's something that you need to sit with for the next rest of this month. But I really encourage you to start to think about this, start to journal this, start to have conversations with people that you trust and love to help you maybe work out that answer. But I would encourage you not to let the end of this year pass you without you having a firm answer as what do I want out of life? Because once you decide that, it's like miraculous as to the types of decisions and the types of things that you will continue to do because you're purposely working towards achieving what you want. So what do we want out of life means then, I think, and so I can give you my answer if you're like, well, you're asking me, what do you want, Miss Thing, right? So Natasha Nurse, I'm a entrepreneur, I'm a content creator, public speaker, radio host, magazine editor, I'm a wife, I'm a mom of a dog and a cat, I'm a sister, I'm a feminist, I have a lot of categories that come after my name, right? As so many of us do. What do I want out of life? I want to be happy. I want to be impactful. I want to be motivational. I want the world to be a better place because I was here. I want women to know that their life is whatever they make it to be and that they are super women and that they can do whatever they want. And as the content that I put out, as the businesses that I'm a part of and that I create, as the books that I will write and all of that, everything I do will essentially feed into that greater purpose. So that's what I want out of life. And so then once we've answered that really big question, and guys, that's something that I had to sit with. I've lived my life for 30 odd years. I'm 32 years old, right? And I've thought about this over and over. I've thought about this at the age of 6. I've thought about this at the age of 18. I've thought about this through my 20s in college at Penn State. I've thought about this continuously, and the people in my life and the things that I do have helped me mold and come to the decision that who I am is a change agent. And that's what I want my life and that to be, and that's what I want my life to continue to be, and the purpose that I'm living for. So then when I have that answer, right, which is not easy, but it takes time, and you'll come to that if you don't already have that for yourself. Then how does my fashion play a role in this, right? So as a change agent, right, if I had to just kind of pick a quick word, change agent, right? Okay, so fashion for me then is going to probably include some professional wear, right? That means I'm going to be a person who's doing public speaking. I'm going to be a person who's very much in the public eye. So I also want my fashion to be comfortable, right? If I'm out, I just finished this weekend doing an amazing conference at the 5th Annual Women on the Rise Forum and Expo. And wait, I have more. I'm speaking this Friday at She Leads 2018. Wait, I have some more. November 18th, I'm speaking at GSD Summit 2018. Get shit done, right? So I do a lot of public speaking. So I need my fashion to cater to the fact that I am a public person and I do a lot of public speaking. So I want to be able to have my fashion be head turning, to be professional, to be chic, to be comfortable. Though that's how it's feeding in to the life that I want and the intention that I'm setting for myself, right? So start to answer the question, just to recap for anyone who's tuning in. And thank you for all watching live, and for you who's going to be watching this on the replay. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. It's amazing. Thank you. It's an honor. So what is the intention? What do I want out of life? And then how is my fashion playing a role in that, right? So say you are a lawyer. What do you need, right? What are the suits? What are the business casual wear? What are the things that you need to buy and or declutter and put out that's going to match the intention you set for your life. And guess what, guys? Your intention for who you want to be in this life and what you want to do doesn't just have to be one thing, right? Because human beings are not just one thing. We're many different things, right? So we have many different hats that we're wearing. So then what? Our fashion has to match with that, right? All right, so that's very deep. So we've gone on from intention. Next, this is sexy, guys. Budget. Money, 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 right? All right, so I'm not talking about giving you money. Well, kind of. StyleForIt. If you sell your clothes and you make money, then yeah, we can do that. But I have another really good quote for you. So this is by P.T. Barnum. Money is a terrible master, but an excellent servant. I'm going to repeat that because I really like this one. Money is a terrible master, but an excellent servant. What does that mean? So money is a tool, right, guys? This is a mechanism for which how we pay for things, how we exchange, how we gain things, how we sell things in our life. It's not something that we serve, right? Because it's never going to give to us what you give to it, right? It's a terrible master, but it's a phenomenal servant. Money can do a lot for you. You can build schools. You can build organizations. You can provide for yourself, for your family, for your friends. It's a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. Please don't forget that, right? We're getting deep. We're going deep here. So now budget. Why is budget important when thinking about how to dress for the life that you want? Why? Because most of us do not have unlimited wallets. Most of us do not have unlimited bank accounts, right? There's a limitation, but guys, remember, money is what you make of it, similar to fashion. So just because you have a budget right now of, okay, I can only spend an extra $20 a month, I can only spend an extra $100 a month, doesn't mean that you'll always have that budget, right? So don't forget that. Just because you have a current budget, maybe you like that current budget, maybe you don't. But you are in control of what you do to acquire more money, right? So always remember, money comes easily and freely. You have to believe and set the intention, not just for your life, but things like money in your life so that you can continue to get more of this, right? So currently, let's just throw out a number. Maybe you have an extra discretionary, what's discretionary? Extra money that's kind of like icing on the cake that you can spend without being like, oh, did I really do that? Right? It's okay money, right? It's that fun money. Maybe you're $0 to $50. Maybe that's your budget. Maybe, no, you have a little bit more. Maybe you're like 50 to 100. You're like, listen, I can get that pair of shoes every month. I can get that sweater or two, right? I'm okay. Maybe you're $100+. Maybe you're $250 plus. Maybe you're 1,000. Maybe you're, gangster and it's a number that we don't need to say, right? Whatever your budget is, that's your personal business. That's fine. Whatever it currently is, when you start to think about the clothes that you need, the clothes that you want, how is it fitting into your budget, right? So if you are saying, okay, you've paid out your expenses, and again, there's so much content out there, guys, about how do you financially kind of plan for the life you want. We can't forget about the fashion, because if you have only a discretionary amount of, say, $200 a month that you can spend, and that's quite a bit of money, right? So say you can spend up to $200 a month on clothes. Where are you going to shop, and how much of that's going to fashion? How much of that is investing in yourself, attending conferences, reading books, doing networking events, right? We have this money, and again, it's a great servant, but how are we spending it, and how is it going into what we need for our life, right? So thank you, Maribel. Thanks for the hi. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you. So that's what I want you to think about. Okay, so I've set the intention for my life. What do I want to do? What do I want my life to be? How is fashion playing a role in this? Well, how is it matching what we're doing and the different hats that we're going to be wearing? And then also, how is it matching that budget, right? We can't break the bank because we got that cute dress or those shoes. We got to make good decisions, right, that we feel good about. And that includes the shopping decisions that we make. And I understand sometimes we indulge, right? Holidays will be upon us before we know it. That's okay, right? Always set the budget. Always try to work within it because it's your life, and money comes easily and freely, but we don't want to be too stressed out, right? If we make good decisions along the way, then everything starts to work as hopefully it does and how we intend it. Yes, there are surprises, but try to set the intentions and work within it. All right. So I hope that makes sense. Intention, number one. Number two, budget. Okay. Number 3, industry. So I've hinted to this because it very much matches in line with your intention, but industry. So industry is huge. The different careers that we're a part of is going to be reflected in the type of fashion choices we make. Why? Because I'll recap for anyone who's just joining. My name, Natasha Nurse. I am an entrepreneur, creator, co-creator, and founder of Dressing Room 8. So I do a lot of public speaking. I do a lot of content creation, hosting events like this for StyleForIt. As an entrepreneur, my style is actually very fluid. Why? Because yes, I might need to wear something for a conference, but then also I can just need to wear something here to do a live event, right? And maybe it's at my home, maybe it's at another location. I also need fashion to what? To work out in. I'm not sure if any of you have been on my platform. I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism. So it means my thyroid is like inefficient. She's like, I'm working, but maybe not today. Right? So that's okay. I got you, boo, right? So then I need to work out. I need to be mindful of what I'm eating. So I also need clothing that helps support my fitness goals and my fitness journey. So I need athletic wear. And I also, side note, love to be comfy. That's like my thing in life. So I like that kind of clothing, but I'm also, another hat that I wear, of Caribbean descent. Both my parents are from Jamaica. So I love vibrant colors. I love ethnic and Afrocentric patterns. That's just kind of the kind of culture that I grew up in and what I'm attracted to and what kind of drives me and makes me happy, right? So I'm looking for clothing that's going to be flexible. I'm going to be looking for clothing that's versatile, right? I love outfits that are day to night, right? Because so many of us are what? We're working, not, well, I wish I was only working 9 to 5, right? For my business, that's a 24-hour endeavor, right? But I think every entrepreneur or anyone who's working on building something can totally agree with me there. But again, say we'll be pleasant with ourselves. So maybe we work from like 6 a.m. to about 7 p.m. And then we're like, oh, okay, it's time for me to go to this networking event. All right. So then I'll come back home at 11 or whatever. Hopefully the hubby isn't too bad, right? So I need outfits that I can wear. Maybe I'm working outside during the day and then I have to go to the networking event, right? So I need a day to night. I also love convertible clothing that you can wear, that you can turn inside out. So you wear it one way, like you turn it this way and you wear it one way, and then you turn it another way and you wear it that way. I love versatility, flexibility. And I think depending upon, most industries, I would say, unless you're kind of in an industry where you have like a uniform, right? And you don't necessarily control the fashion presentation of your day to day, most people are looking for versatility, flexibility. They're looking for things that represent their style and kind of represent who they should be in that space, right? So if you're a lawyer and say you go to court, there are different types of lawyers, right? You gotta wear something that looks well for the courtroom. Maybe you're a transactional attorney and you're, kind of mostly interfacing with clients, doing stuff at your firm, at your office. What's that work culture like? You want to have clothing that works for that. Maybe you're an engineer. Maybe the firm is more buttoned up. What are the clothes that work for that? Maybe you're in a startup culture and, it's more cash, right? And everyone's just like, okay, here's my Star Wars t-shirt. Awesome. What are the options that work for that, right? So understanding your industries that you're in is going to really help you cater to the decisions that you're making for shopping and for going through and sifting for what you have, what works, what doesn't work. All right. So hopefully that's making sense. Next, preferences. Oh gosh, this is huge. I think preferences really dictate which brands succeed and which brands do not succeed, especially within the plus size space. And again, StyleForIt, right? This is what brings us together in this moment. StyleForIt is a plus size exclusive consignment platform, sizes 12 to 32, right? So they're catering to the plus size woman. Sizes 12 to 32. That's amazing. And so regardless of the industries you're working in, what we have to kind of think about, what are the preferences, such as What are the styles that you like? Do you like chic? Do you like athleisure? Do you like sporty? Do you like preppy? Do you like Afrocentric? Do you like glamorous? What are the styles you like? These are preferences that if you don't know what I'm talking about with those terms, that's cool. Write in the comments. Tell me. I can talk to the brand, to tell the platform that, hey, maybe let's break down style preferences. If that's something that you guys need and want to know, I'm happy to help, right? So style preferences. What do you like to wear? Next, you want to think about colors. We all have favorite colors. When I think it's always funny when I've asked people in the past, like, what's your favorite color? And they're like, I don't know. Yes, you do, boo. Because if you go through your closet and 90% of it's black, obviously you like black, right? Like, it's not rocket science there. So go through your closet. If you don't know the answer to that question, go through your closet. What are the colors you're mainly seeing? I will tell you my answer. My favorite color is green. It's the color of trees. It's the color of money. No, I'm kidding. No, I am not actually. I listen. I love, actually, it's not the shade of green I like isn't technically the color of money. My favorite color is olive green. I just think it's really kind of rich and very fallish. I'm born in September. Shout out to my Virgos. I know it's Libra season, but yeah, no, Virgo season always. I love that color. Olive green is like my color that I love. But if you were to look at pictures of what I'm wearing, what will you see me a lot in? You'll see me in reds. You'll see me in blues. You'll see me in purples. Why? Because those are powerful colors and they photograph well, which is a part of a lot of the work that I'm doing when I'm going out doing presentations, when I'm going and I'm modeling and I'm doing all these different things that kind of funnel right into the platform that I'm building. Those are my colors. So would I say they're my favorite colors? Probably, because you see a lot of it. I just bought some stuff, right? So, and they blue, purples, reds, like it's a part of, I do love black too. Have the scarf. It's a little bit cold here in the Northeast. So I actually, and I also think that, a classic little black dress is something that a woman needs 7 of them. I don't care. Tell the husbands to look away. A little black dress will go a long way. It'll take you, you can go to a funeral in it. You can go to your job interview in it. You can go to a little club at night event. You can do a networking thing. Black goes a long way. Black pretty much goes with anything. Not so much a fan of white or ivory, so you won't see me a lot in those. Why? Because I wear makeup. And for me, I'm the kind of girl where I'm dancing and I'm moving or I'm doing things, right? And I go like this, and then there you go. It's just like this brown patch of makeup on your white dress, right? And you're just like, oh, that's lovely. Oh, excellent. Right? So I'm just not a fan of it. I know other people are. It's a very clean look that you present, right? It's nice lines that you can build with white. Not my thing. So again, dress and shop in a way that is in accordance to you and what you want. Also, guys, do you shop by your body type? Those are preferences that are important to think about as well. So just a recap really quick of body type, right? What do I mean by that? There's rectangular shape, there's triangle, there's inverted triangle, there's hourglass, there's apple. I'm a triangle, which is also known as pear shape. I'm a high-waisted pear shape. So for me, I like to shop in accordance to that because I'm a firm believer, and not everyone believes this, I'm a firm believer that if you dress by your body type, then you will most likely be more comfortable in the clothing because it's going to be more fitted for your body. And then with comfortability comes what? Confidence. So it's an equation, right? Body type plus comfortability equals confidence. That's the equation that I'm building every time I'm creating looks for myself, right? And I think in like equations and like checklists because that's just kind of how my mind works. But however you want to put it together, that's kind of what you would do. But just to recap for everyone, when you're thinking about body type, you either like to shop by it or you don't. You have to make that decision. What's my recommendation? Do it. Do it. Try it for me, right? Go on StyleForIt.com. Pick something out that works for your body type. Try it on, take pictures, share it with us, and then I'll put in the Style For It is StyleForIt.com just for the website. So and I'll actually put that in right now. So you have that. But I want you to try it if you haven't already. Some people are not a fan of it, and what do they say? They say they like to shop however they want to shop and try everything they want to try, and there are no fashion rules. I agree there are no fashion rules, but are there style preferences? Hells yeah. Absolutely there are. When you choose to buy 90% black, you're making a statement that you are choosing to dress in a certain color most days of your life. So people do have preferences. Make sure you visit, right? And I'm going to put it in right now, guys. www.StyleForIt, if I can spell, forit.com. All right. So you have the website, right? Okay. Make sure that it is working. Yep. All right. I'm going to pin that. So make sure you go there. And then I'll also, at the end of this, I'll share my information just in case you want to connect with me as well. Okay. So we have to go soon. So let me keep this party train moving. So we're talking about style preferences. So what styles do you like? What are your favorite colors? Do you shop by your body type? Also, what are the fashion trends and or style I guess cuts that you like, meaning like do you like A-line, do you like there's so many different things, a moto jacket, do you like wrap dresses, right? There's like classic fashion design trends and cuts and things that designers are making, and you're like, oh yeah, I love a wrap dress, I have 12, right? Like, what are all of those considerations? And if you don't know the answer, what do you do? What do you do? Go in your closet. Go in your closet, right? Shop within your closet and see what you're seeing. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I have like 12 dresses I hate. Oh no, I know what you should do. Sell them on StyleForIt.com. Come on, curvy ladies. Why are you having money sit in your closet? It makes no sense at all. So that's the beauty of this platform. That's the beauty of this conversation. It makes us really sit here and think about, okay, well, if I want to dress for the life I want and I have a closet filled of stuff that I don't like, am I dressing for the life I want? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Your closet needs to reflect the life you want. That's super easy to remember, right? So giving you food to thought. This is a deep conversation. I love it. And then also another preference I would encourage you to think about is what? How often do you like to shop? So you can ask my hubby. I love shopping. I love spending money, receiving money, all of that good stuff. I am a true American, born and raised in America. And yes, when the recession is down, I'm one of the people who's looking to keep it moving forward, guys. Always be shopping, always be closing, always be making money, always be spending money. And always be generating wealth building tools and saving and all of that, right? Finances play a big role in our life. And, you can be financially responsible, but also enjoy your life. It's not one or the other. I know sometimes people feel like I have to save everything. Yes, you need to save, you need to invest. There's all these various experts you can speak to who will address those needs for you. You just got to seek that content, that service out so that you create your own individual plan. But just don't forget that fashion is a part of the life that you're living and that you want to build for yourself. And so we have to invest in ourselves. We have to invest in the pieces that we have in our closet and what our closet is made up of. Because if you're saying, hey, in 3 years, I want to be a lawyer, in 4 years, I want to be a professor, in 6 years, I want to be an engineer, and your closet isn't reflective of any, and I just mentioned those careers. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be an art teacher. I want to be a art therapist. I want to be an entrepreneur. Whatever you want to be, like, you fill in that blank, right? You set that intention for yourself. What is your fashion? How is it playing a role in it? What do you have that works for that dream? What do you not have? And then how can we afford to bring it in? What are we doing, right? So platforms like StyleForIt.com is a great resource that's going to give you what you need. I would say at affordable prices. I think most of the things on there, if not everything, is very affordable, and it works, right? So our curvy girl, sizes 12 to 32, check it out. Do not sleep on it. Do not. Next, and we are running a little bit behind, so let me go through this. So, impression. Great quote to remember. Always dress like you're going to see your worst enemy. Kamora. Very nice. Yes, right? What does that mean? You have one chance to make a great first impression. And I'm here to tell you, because I do a lot of content and a lot of talks around this, you have to incorporate your fashion strategy for that great impression you're making. So whether we're talking about a job interview, whether you're talking to a founder for a company you want to join or create, whether you're talking to a potential love interest, whether you're talking to friends, whether you're running to the bank, whether you're picking up the kids from school, whatever you're doing, you're making impressions in your life. And whether it's a first impression or this is a continual impression thing that you're making in society, your fashion plays a role in it. So again, when you go through and you're like, okay, Natasha told me to go through my closet. Okay, what am I doing? We're looking to see, what do we own? What do we like? What do we dislike? What are the impressions we're making from these outfits, right? If you look through and you're like, oh, because sometimes we have that section of the closet, which is like, oh girl, did I really wear that outside? Yes, boom, boom. Yes, you did. You better get your life. Maybe we need to discard. Maybe we need to take and give that beauty to somebody else who's interested in that, because we all have different lifestyles. We all have different intentions. So what you might be in your closet that doesn't work for you now could totally work for someone else, right? Love it. Visit StyleForIt.com. Get it on there. Okay, so we talked about that. And also one last thing I would say about impressions. What you wear, not just sometimes matters, okay, it matters, always matters, right? What you wear always matters. So if you can remember that, you will be very, very conscientious about what you put on your body, what impression you're making. All right. So yes, that's a little heavy. Yes, it's a little serious, but it's a part of dressing for the life that we want for ourselves, right? And that's what this conversation is all about. And so to wrap things up, I would encourage you to think for a moment. Close your eyes with me and think, okay, so we're watching the Oscars or we're watching the VMAs and we're on the red carpet, right? Yes, we are. We're on the red carpet. Keep your eyes closed. And then we're what? We're hearing the person on the red carpet say, what are you wearing? That question. I love that question because I'm always looking to hear the different designers. Do I know the person? Do I know the designer? Do I not know the designer? And if I don't, okay, it becomes research, right? I want to know who's this person dressing and who's this designer? What is their clothing? What is the style? You yourself, when I go outside and I go to events, I was just at a conference, like I mentioned, that's what I ask women. I say, oh, girl, you look gorgeous. Who are you wearing? And you know how many people tell me, I don't know? Know your brands, guys. You're a walking, talking advertisement for other brands. Know what you're wearing. Why? Because if it works, why not be a loyal supporter, right? Why sometimes when you're like, oh, I just don't know what to buy. If you have 12 Michael Kors items in your closet, then maybe you like Michael Kors. Right? When I personally got a couple of items on StyleForIt myself, wore them to some fabulous events that I went to over the summer and the fall, and they were like Michael Kors. She pushed the platform has a lot of Michael Kors items that I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna snatch because it was glittery. I need as much glitter in my life as possible. I don't know about you, but I need enough glitter in my life as possible. And there were also just like really cool items that just were like head turning pieces is what I would say. If you're looking for some head turning pieces, that is the platform to go to. I say this because I spent my good earned money on it and I was excited because it was affordable. It matched my style preference. I loved it and I was able to buy in conjunction for a specific event that I needed, right? So it was working for my budget. It was working for my intention, for what I needed, right? It was really, I was kind of following the equation that I've been talking about with you guys. So what are the brands that you like? What are the brands that match your body type, that match your style preferences, that match your wallet, your budget, ladies, and then also the shopping needs, right? Whether you're shopping every day, whether you're shopping for an event, I shop a lot of times for just kind of events and things that I'm doing because that's just, I like to do that. I also like to just shop to shop's sake, but you have to decide how often and how frequent you want to shop. But, all of these, look at these brands and how does it fit with that, all of those different factors, okay? And lastly, I have a couple of words of wisdom and then we'll call it an end. And I hope you continue to have a beautiful, wonderful day. My last words of wisdom, fashion is what you make of it, right? Next, be open and willing to invest in yourself. And that means in your wardrobe. You probably don't have everything that you need for the life that you want. And that's okay because everything is a work in progress, right? Please don't forget that. So many people I speak to as a coach, as a consultant, and they're telling me, oh, I can only do this when I'm here. Guess what? you're always going to be moving the needle. We're always improving. The website is always moving. You're always working on this, right? This business is always growing. Nothing is perfection because perfection is a fiction. It doesn't exist. So we're always a work in progress, which includes our closet, guys. So look in the closet. You probably don't have everything that you need because you probably will never. That's the whole point. It's an evolving room in your home. So what do you have that works? What do you have that doesn't work? Get rid of it. Sell it. StyleForIt.com. Buy, and whether you buy in bulk or you buy one by one, your preference. You got to decide what you need and what works for your budget, but continue to understand that we're all work in progress, including our closet, including what we need to wear for the life we want. So I hope that makes sense. Next, if you have questions about how to dress for your body, how to dress for your style preferences, how to dress for your budget, that content is available to you. You can find it on StyleForIt.com. I'm a resource that you can reach out to. Natasha Nurse, DressingRoom8.com. That's my website. I'll put it at the end of this. There are other bloggers, there are influencers, there are people who are creating and giving you so much information to help you with this. I'm very passionate about life and how fashion fits in with this, how mindset fits with this, how innovation and creativity really elevates our life. That's the type of, that's like my wheelhouse of things that I'm involved in and that I put out in the world. So look to resources. You guys, it's 2018. I just said this at the conference I was speaking at this weekend. It's 2018. There's no excuse to sit in your life and ever say, I don't know X, and you don't know where to go. It's called Google.com. If I'm telling you to go to Google, I'm telling you I'm going on Google. Go to Google.com and start searching. How do I dress for my body type? How do I dress for my budget? How do I dress for this look, for this event, right? Find the answers, right? Be willing to go out and get that information because it's out here, guys. StyleForIt is not only giving you clothes, but they have people like myself who can give you the content and answer questions that you have. And if you want me to have a program where we're doing this and we're talking specifically on body type, or we're going to be talking specifically on styling for you, and you want to just have like a Q&A, let me know, right? I'm not a mind reader, so let me know, okay? Just put it in the comments and let me know. Next, if you're looking to sell and buy plus size clothing, I really encourage you not to sleep on StyleForIt.com. Go on there. Check it out. It's such a wonderful platform. I've gotten several pieces myself that, like I said, I wore for a Teen Vogue event. I wore for, I think, a networking event. I've gotten several pieces that worked really well for the look and presentation that fits into the life that I have for myself and the life that I'm building for myself. So I encourage you to thoroughly go through the platform, take a look. If you have questions, reach out. They're super responsive, and I'm their brand ambassador, Natasha Nurse. Feel free to holler at your girl. All right. So with that, you're going to go on the website, guys. You're going to create your account. You're going to buy. You're going to sell. You're going to have a good time. And you're going to finally, if you haven't already been doing this, work on dressing for the life that you want for yourself. And so I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate you joining me and having this conversation and thinking, right? I shared lots of different nuggets. I want you to think about it and take action, right? Because if we just think and we never take action, then what? We never have change, and we all deserve change and innovation in our life, but it requires work. It requires work. Yes, I'm asking you to work. If Rihanna asks you to do that, listen, I'm going to do it too. So y'all got to work because I'm working at this too. So I expect for you to work at it. And why are we all working on this or should be working on this? Because there's no greater investment than the one that we make in ourselves. We have one life, ladies and gentlemen, one life. Got to make it count. And the fashion that we use to make our lives better is monumental. And it does. It can make our lives better. But we've got to put in the work. We've got to understand how does it mold in with our intention, with our budget, with our preferences, right? All of the stuff that I talked about today. So thank you. I'll put in my website again, just so you know, DressingRoom8.com. And with that, I really thank you, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. And stay tuned for our next live. It will be actually next weekend. So I'm really excited to be chatting with you, and I'm going to have a special guest, Faith Costa of faithcosta.com. She's an infamous model, artist, advocate. She's really amazing. She's done several events, live streams with StyleForIt. And guess what? She has her own shop on here too. So if you want to check it out, you will benefit from it. So check out the website, go to StyleForIt.com, and I'll see you soon. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.